Welcome to the Big Ree and Ace Pick 6, NFL Week 17. All right, let's go, Ace.
All right, boys, last week of the season. This is, one of those weeks that somebody's going to make a lot of money or somebody's going to get tricked. And I think this is the week that we're going to be making a lot of real cash, boys. Just remember, some of these games have no playoff implications, so that is tricky because you don't know until the last minute if someone's going to be rested or not. But I feel really good about these three games, guys. These look super easy. I'm going to start you guys off. Here we go, boys. Green Bay Packers 7-8 at the Detroit Lions 8-7. Detroit is a 6.5 point favorite here. Green Bay 2-4 in their last 6 games, with both of those wins coming in overtime against Cleveland and Tampa Bay. Quarterback Hundley is just playing really scared. They're not allowing him to open up the offense. He doesn't look like a legitimate NFL starter. The guy has, last game is at 3.25 yards per throw, so he's not even, making anything interesting here. You guys saw last week against Minnesota. They lost 16-0. They should have easily covered that +9, but they just played so bad. I mean, they just had to play decent, and they just played so bad. And he's not playing well. And at the end of the day, it's not going to help with Nelson and Adams not expected to play. I just don't like Green Bay here. And then we got Detroit, who is 2-3 in the last 5 games. But, out of their 7 losses on the season, 5 have been by single digits. So they play competitive regardless. And they play really well against bad teams. And Green Bay is a bad team right now without Aaron Rodgers. The starters are expected to play here. Coach Caldwell does want to get that 9th win. I mean, that's very important for him. And so I think this is an easy one, boys. This is my lock of the week. Starting you guys off with my lock of the week. Take Detroit -6.5 here. Game 2. We got Houston 4-11 at the 3-12 Colts. Colts are a 5-point favorite here, boys. Houston, what can I say? Just been a complete disaster since Watson got injured. They're on a 5-game losing streak. They are 1-8 in their last 9 games. They are 1-6 on the road. Their QB situation is a complete mess. Savage just wasn't doing much there, wasn't, winning any games for them. Yates is even worse. That guy just looking really bad. They're getting blown out in their last 2 games, 45-7 to Jacksonville, 34-6 to get against Pittsburgh. Hopkins is not expected to play in this game. Then we got Indy, who is not any better, 3-12. They're on a 6-game losing streak. They are 1-9 in their last 10 games. But, here's the but, boys. They do keep games competitive. So they're keeping it competitive, and they're not just getting blown out like Houston. Their QB Brissett has played decent, to come in replacement of Luck and have 3,000 yards, 12 TDs, 7 interceptions. He's playing decent. He's keeping games competitive. They did beat Houston in Week 9, 20-14 on the road. Now they're at home. This is an easy one, boys. Do not rely anything on Houston. That team is garbage right now. They've already thrown it in a long time ago. This is an easy one. Take Indy -5. Game 3 here. We got 7-8 Arizona Cardinals at the 9-6 Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is a 9.5 point favorite. Arizona is coming off a 23-0 win against the Giants last week. They are 3-3 in their last 6 games. But they had good wins against Jacksonville and Tennessee, plus 500 teams. But bad losses to Houston and Washington. QB Stanton is back. He's a decent backup QB. That's what he is. He's turnover prone, which I feel is going to be the difference here. They got no running back right now. Kerwin Williams, horrible. The guy's averaging like 3.5 yards per carry. And then we got Seattle 9-6, still in the playoff hunt. You know, they're coming off a nice win against Dallas. 21-12 on the road. So that was a good win. They are 3-3 also in their last 6, but they're struggling against good teams. You know, they've lost to the Rams, Atlanta, and Jacksonville, but they play really well against bad teams. Russell Wilson comes to play in big games. This is a big game. They want this win regardless, even if they don't make the playoffs. They want to get that 10-win plateau, and so this is an easy one too, boys. Don't get fooled here. Don't bet against Russell Wilson. Take Seattle minus 9.5. Big Reed, let's go.
We got Bears traveling to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The current line is Vikings minus 11.5. We got the Bears coming off a 20-3 win versus the Browns. We got the Vikings coming off a 16-0 win versus the Packers. The Bears, if you're impressed by the win, good for you. Michelle Trubisky, he's definitely going to be good in the future, but right now they're just not good. No one to throw to. Their running game is solid with Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen, but I'm just not feeling Chicago right now, and Minnesota is a hard place to play at. I really like how Minnesota's looking. Their defense is really good, one of the best defenses in the league. And I'm liking their quarterback, Case Keenum, how he's playing. He's on contract here, so he knows what he has to prove. And you have Teddy Bridgewater if he doesn't play well, so he's on it. You got the running game, who's been good even since their rookie has gone out. And Dalvin Cook, he's gone out. And I still like Murray. He's played well. The receivers are great. Adam Thielen has been one of the best receivers, underrated, and Stephon Diggs for the deep ball. He plays great. And so I'm taking Minnesota minus 11.5 here. So the next game is I got a useless game, no playoff implication. We got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to the city of brotherly love to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The current line is Cowboys minus 3. So Philly here is going to be resting all their starters. They have nothing to play for. They have clinched the first seed in the playoffs. They have nothing to play for. Last week, they're coming off a win, 19-10, struggling against the Raiders at home. Had a garbage time TD in the last play, and it really didn't do anything. I wasn't impressed. Got the Cowboys, who coming off a loss to the Seahawks at home. I think they're going to be playing all their starters, as I know. So I do think they win this one by a touchdown. I'm taking the Cowboys minus 3. The final game I have is the Jaguars at the Titans. The current line is Titans minus 3. We got the Jaguars coming off a loss against the 49ers in San Francisco. And we got the Titans also coming off a loss versus the Rams in Tennessee. So this game means nothing for Jacksonville, but the head coach did mention they are playing their starters. It means a lot for Tennessee. If they win, they're in. They get the final wild card spot. So I do like Tennessee here. I think Mariota plays well. He doesn't play well on the road, but he has played well at home. I think Delaney Walker will have a solid game. Murray is questionable, but I do like the backup running back even more. Derrick Henry, he plays well. Their defense isn't good, but Jacksonville's D is good. I just don't know if Mariota's going to keep it up, but I have a little faith in him. I have more faith in him than Blake Bortles. Leonard Fournette is also questionable, so that's big. And I'm taking Tennessee minus 3. All right, peace out, guys.